Nothing gets the sports world more excited than a superstar free agent on the move. You think back to LeBron, the decision to go to Miami, Shaq leaving Orlando, and remember Peyton Manning? We weren't sure where Peyton was going, yet people who were staking out local airports to see if Peyton was coming or going. And then the Greek Freak, he had the opportunity to hit the open market. He would have been in that category. But instead, he doesn't care about our content. And, of course, this show is all about content. If he had left, then it's a big deal. He signs the Supermax. He stays in Milwaukee. So we don't get any rumors, no whispers. No, I'm hearing, source close to me says, he wasn't looking at mansions in Beverly Hills or condos, South Beach. No, he's staying in Milwaukee. So now the topic becomes, can they do enough to win a title there? He's going to be there for 5 years. He'll be 31 when this contract ends. Plenty of time to get another max contract. But the Bucks haven't been able to find the right formula for the Greek Freak. But they've signed him up, and it's now time to get to work. We were robbed of the potential for some good content here, but maybe rewarded with some great basketball. And I started to wonder, was this a great day for the NBA? And you probably have an immediate reaction of, well, of course, he stayed in Milwaukee. We love the smaller markets. But was it a great day for the NBA? Because had he decided to bypass the Supermax, and let's say he wanted to join the Miami Heat, let's say he wanted to join the Dallas Mavericks, and I was told those were the two teams that he was strongly considering, that he liked the makeup of the teams, but also the tax implications and the fact that, you know, state income tax you don't have that in Texas and Florida, that was factoring in as well. We'll talk to Mannix about that, but that's what I was told yesterday. But we like it when we have these super teams. You may not like Golden State when Kevin Durant was there, but you knew he was there. That was the topic of conversation. You either loved watching it or hated watching it. LeBron going to Miami. You either loved it or you hated it. Kyrie, KD in Brooklyn, maybe James Harden going there. That's what gets us talking. And if the Greek Freak had gone to Miami or Dallas, it would be a bigger deal than him staying in Milwaukee. I love that Milwaukee has a franchise and that it's a formidable franchise. It's a relevant franchise from the standpoint of they're going to be there in the playoffs. They're usually up there with the best record in the NBA during the regular season. But I don't think that other teams, fans around the NBA go, got to beat Milwaukee. They care about the regular season. A lot of these teams, with a lot of these stars, aren't really concerned about what their seeding is going to be. As long as you have a home court advantage in the first round, and you don't even have fans in the stands, and then you were in the bubble. But the Greek Freak staying there, I don't think it's great for the NBA. It's great for Milwaukee. It's great for small markets. But if I'm the commissioner, and I was wondering about Adam Silver, not that he would ever say it publicly, like, boy, it would have been great to have him team up with Luka, Kristaps, or South Beach, and I got that roster, and now I got another. Like, you want great teams. I don't want parity. And not that Milwaukee falls into the category of, hey, they're just an average team. I like superpowers. I like when there's a villain. I like when there's a team that is must-see TV. And you have that with the Lakers. I don't like that Anthony Davis did what he did with New Orleans, but then in my job, I like the fact that he did because it gave us something to talk about. Although Anthony Davis in New Orleans with Zion Williamson would have been pretty juicy as well. But that's what we like. You know, Kawhi wants to go to L.A., bring Paul George in. We spent a lot of time talking about that. How many teams do we not talk about in the NBA? And the teams we do talk about usually have star power. You know, somebody wants to join the team. Somebody has joined the team, and they create something there. When I was growing up, players would never leave to go play for somebody else. I mean, it was really rare. I go back to Kareem when he was Lou Alcindor, and he won a title in Milwaukee, and he wanted to go to Los Angeles. He wanted out of Milwaukee, wanted to go to Los Angeles. And that was a big deal at the time. Shaq leaving Orlando. He wanted to get out. He wanted something bigger. And that wasn't as big a deal because you're thinking, oh, okay, I get it. But when Lou Alcindor did that, that was a big deal because he did not want to stay there and he wanted to go to Los Angeles, back where he played his college ball. When Wilt Chamberlain got traded from Philadelphia to the Lakers, I don't remember it at the time, but I'm sure that it was a huge, huge moment in the NBA. But, you know, the media covering the NBA back then was a whole lot different than it is now. And we're waiting for James Harden because James Harden's the big winner, believe it or not. Because now it's James Harden. It's his world with free agency or the trade, you know, possibilities there. You know, there's no real free agents there. It's about James Harden. And I watched the game last night. I don't know what James Harden's philosophy is, what his game plan is. But if your game plan was, let me show up out of shape and give the impression I don't care, well done. He's 1 for 1. I thought that he'd be a good soldier and then just say behind the scenes, look, I'm going to go out there. I'm going to be fair to my new coach, Stephen Silas, and John Wall coming in. But make no mistake about this, I want out. And I'm going to be a good soldier. I want out. But maybe he didn't talk to the media last night. He doesn't look like he's in shape. Although, in fairness to him, Luka Doncic doesn't look like he's in shape. I think they were hanging out together somewhere at some point. Yes, Seton O'Connor?
I don't think that was necessary. James Harden is the big winner.
Oh,
really?
Okay,
Dan,
all right.
That is just an unnecessary shot to take at James Harden.
Wow. Okay, my apologies. Yes, Paul.
Big winner.
Yeah.
It's tough to tell whether James Harden is or is not in shape because they put a picture of him last night. It was a picture, and he's wearing his sweatsuit, you know, over, so it's a little puffier. He looks a little sweaty. His beard looks a little scraggly. And then they put a picture of him playing in the playoffs 3 months ago, and his shirt's off, and he looks kind of jacked. And I don't know, and I know it's not Photoshop, but I can't tell if underneath there he's pudgier or it's just the picture appears to be pudgier.
He looked large and in charge last night. I will say that. He did look a little thick. Yes, McLevin.
I saw a tweet, fear the beer /D, fear the beer.
Oh,
That's me, not implying that he, well, yeah, anyway.